The fat boys break up, now every day I wake up I'm seeing the regression going on inside of Jacob. Cause we our own ops like Russell with the Lakers. Should've sent us to the Heat, but the Lord will never trade us. Damn little man, I'm just trying to do me. Get it in before I sleep like my little brother Seed. Givenchy, flyest Jew you ever seen. You can't say what I say cause you ain't see what I seen. I don't want much, man, I have everything. A nice fly wife, a fly young king. So I don't worry about the hatred and drama they bring. I will reply, but I'm doing my thing.
Meaning you gotta keep them, you're gonna be safe. If those that keep the Lord's commandments, you're gonna be safe to the destruction. You're gonna, while all these things are happening, you're gonna be tried in the fire. When you burn gold, when you burn the gold, to purify it, right? So guess what? You want to be purified through the fire, that the fire don't burn you up. That you can go through the midst of the trials and tribulations, when these destructions come, that the Most High leads you into a perfect place. That's what you got to wait on. So it's not about you have an idea, we got to take ourselves out because we have no understanding how the world's going to be destroyed. We just know it's going to happen. Yeah, and that dream is true because it's written even also in the Bible. That's a prophecy. They already came and destroyed us. They're going to try to kill us. That's the difference now. Destroying and killing are one and the same, but also you can be destroyed by mentally. And they already did that. But they're trying to kill us now. But guess what? If you keep the commandments, you're going to be safe. That's the goal. We don't want to die with other nations. We don't want to die with our own people that's not keeping the commandments. We want to be, like it says, Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourself together, O nation thou desire. You want to be together with your people. So you have a direction and a path to go when it's time to go. You got to catch the bus, you said? All right, brother, man. I need a quick one. Yeah, take it easy. All right, just give me back the Lamentations. All praise to the brother that took the time to listen. We don't have too many brothers that want to listen. Even though he knows he's an Israelite, he still was humble enough to know how to keep the law. You know, so all praises to that. You know, so we're going to go back to Lamentations chapter 5. All right. Start at verse 6.
We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be sacrificed to satisfy with bread.
So that's the same thing. Back in the days, at that time, the Assyrians and the Egyptians was ruling over us. So we were allowing them to keep our food, hold our knowledge and everything. We learned a lot from them. But right now in America, we're doing the same thing. We're allowing the so-called American people to hold our food, to hold our water, tell us what we need to eat, and we eat it. We don't even have our own food. That's what's crazy about it. Black people don't have their own food. When they say we got soul food, that's abominable. That's all abominable. We don't have our own food. We go to Greek restaurants, we go to Italian restaurants, we go to even African restaurants. But what's the so-called African American restaurant? Soul food with full of sodium and pigs and lobsters and shrimp. That's all it is. We wicked. We wicked as hell. What's an Israelite dish? No one can't even give us that because a lot of us don't even know that we're the Israelites. And we don't even know what's our full dish. We don't know what everything but the corn of the grains of the earth. We know about lamb. We know about the goats. That's the meat process, the vegetables. But we don't even know that we want to do that because a lot of even the Israelites that's repented, they're not fooling with that because we've been westernized to understand that. Hey, this is part of the thing. This is what we're supposed to do. I grew up like that. That's what I'm going to continue to do. But the Most High tells us in Genesis 1, I made the vegetables and the fruits for me. That's for us. That's what we're supposed to do. It brings strength to us. Go ahead.
Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquity.
And that's why we're following the same footsteps of our forefathers. Because in Leviticus 27, Leviticus 26, we agreed to the Most High that we would keep the commandments. We agreed to that thing. And then guess what? Since they sinned, we made an oath to God and we've broken it. And still to this day, we're breaking the commandments. So we are following the footsteps of the curses of our forefathers. Let's go ahead.
Servants have ruled over us,
White people, Chinese people, what?
Servants have ruled over us.
Arabics,
Servants have ruled over us.
the Japanese,
Servants have ruled over us.
Africans.
Servants have ruled over us.
Those are the true servants / slaves. They're ruling over us because we turned our back against God. We broke the promise. God didn't break his promise. He kept his end of the bargain. We didn't. And we still do it to this day. We don't even know how to keep a bargain. All we do is sit up here and lie and break oaths. We got to learn how to do it the way the Most High has given us. Go ahead.
There is none that doeth deliver us out of their hand.
Ain't nobody saving us. So I don't care what y'all about to do and do a vote thinking Donald Trump gonna do better and bring us money. If that's what your deliverance is, you a slave to money. You a slave to the society. Because the deliverance we're looking for is Yahweh Shai cracking the sky, getting us out of here. That's true deliverance. Stop being oppressed. That's true deliverance. Go ahead.
We gotten our bread with the peril,
So we gather our bread in troubled times.
our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Our skins was black like an oven because of the terrible famine.
So we in starvation. We in starvation of food and of knowledge. That's why our skin is black as a famine, because of the fact that we are dark-hole people. We don't know nothing. We don't even care to even know something. A brother was even asked just not too long ago about, do you know who you are? Do you know about the Bible? And guess what he said? He didn't even care, or he didn't even want to know. That's just how black of a famine we are. We're a famine in our own mind. All right, go ahead.
They ravish the women of in Zion.
What they do?
They ravish the women in Zion.
The so-called white man did what?
They ravish the women of Zion.
That's a big word. A lot of our people don't know what ravish means. It's written in the Bible. The white man has raped our women. Go ahead, say it again.
They rape the women in Zion.
They raped the women. We know the history of what the white man did. We know about bad wenches. Go ahead, read it one more time.
They rape the women in Zion.
And that's the women of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Go ahead.
And the maids in the cities of Judah. Princes are hung up by their hair.
Say it again.
Princes are hanged up by their hair.
We know that we've been hung. This is a black man book. So we've been told that this is a white man book. Or how come it's written in the Bible? These are prophecies and things that God said that was going to happen to us. That happened before then, when the time we was in Assyrian captivity, and an Egyptian captivity, and into the Babylonian captivity, and to the Persian and Median captivity, and the Greek captivity, and the Roman captivity, and especially what we know about the American captivity. They did what?
Princes are hung up by their hair.
So the men and the young men, the grown men and the young men were hung up. And we know what they did. Go ahead.
The face of the elders were not honored.
The faces of the elders are not honored, and that's how it is right now. The young men don't even honor the older men now, because we got society teaching us to be disrespectful to one another. Rap music has taught us to be disrespectful to one another. TV has told us how to be disrespectful to one another. We can't even raise a community anymore because we got no respect for the elders. And guess what? The elders don't even correct the young ones. So we got young men up here telling the elders, the young, and the middle how they're supposed to live, and it's supposed to be the opposite. We're supposed to be standing there with y'all and hearing y'all, not us telling y'all. Go ahead.
They took the young man to grind, and the children fell under the wood.
So they took the young man to grind. Guess how they take the young man to grind right now? Take them into school. We're going to teach them for 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, wear them out, let them come home tired and worn out. A young man is being oppressed by going to school. And we tell our children that's a good thing. You got to learn, you got to do this. That's a good thing. That should make you mad. It should pee you off every time when your son come home worn out like he just got off doing a 9 to 5 like you did. That should pee you off. That shouldn't even make you happy. But you want them to be successful, because as a black man, we know that we got to run for success, because we can't get success like them. They get success thrown on them. We got to run and fight to go get it. And we can't give up, because once we give up, then guess what? We now become poor people. So in order to become a rich man and all these etc., I tell you this: become rich in knowledge and keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Then that's where you get your real success. That's your true success. Go ahead.
The elders have ceased from the gate.
The elders have ceased because the elders not even telling the people and telling the young people that we're supposed to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. The elders are backwards right now. They'll tell you to come to the house of the Lord, which is not the house of the Lord, so they can fill you with a bunch of corruption and lies. Go ahead.
The younger men from their music.
The younger men in their music. So guess what? The younger men no longer listen to the music how we used to listen to. Guess what? They're listening to a lot of bunch of hatred and killing one another, raping the women, because that's what you're doing when you go out there and force yourself against a woman and she ain't feeling you and you just try to pull your way and don't take no for an answer. You consider just pretty much raping the woman. You're trying to get your rocks off. We got to stop doing that. Go ahead.
The joy of our hearts is ceased.
The joys of our hearts are ceased. That's why we always look around upset and mad. That's why we got the other nations tell us that we're supposed to put a smile on our face with the damage they did to us. We gotta always look around with our head down. We all mad because we didn't. That's our fault though, because we didn't keep the commandments of God. So we can't blame the white man that did that to us. We gotta blame our forefathers and ourselves. It starts with an accountability with us. When we keep that accountability, saying that we got to keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, I don't want to do what I wanted to do. I listened to my grandmother or my grandfather, and I didn't do my own research to correct them. That's your fault. We can't blame nobody else but ourselves. Because when the day of judgment day, you're not bringing the people with you. You're going by yourself. Right?
Our dance is turned into mourning.
That's why we got these sisters out here pop dropping and doing all this twerking and stuff. That's a mourning thing. Now when we see that, we look at a woman like she's a whore. We don't look at her as a righteous sister. We don't look at her as a beautiful woman. That's the first thing you think, look at that hoe. And then guess what your mind thinking, like, damn, what can I do with her in the bed? I'm thinking about that. That's exactly what your mind going to. You're not looking at it as, dang, she dances, she can really dance. You're looking at, oh, she can sexually move. That's what you're looking at. Your first mind as a wicked man thinking about how I'm going to hit that from the back. That's the thing that we think of when she's dropping. And she knows that. She wants you to look at that. And then when you talk to her later on after she get dancing, she's upset at you because you came to her and said, what's up? But you gave me the opportunity to show me that I should talk to you because you dancing like a hoe. That's what we are lost on. When we see sisters, we like dances that have a meaning. Where are our meaningful dances? We have no meaningful dances right now. Everything is about us. We either gonna crip walk, and that represents gang banging. That shows that that's another hatred. We gonna pop it. We gonna drop it. We gonna be some freaks. That's what we gonna represent ourselves. We're kings and queens, not hoes and homos and all this other stuff. Brother, you got a minute, man? Can I ask you a question? You ever heard about the children of Israel? What you think about it? Okay. And it's cool. That's why we out here, man. You ever wonder why we as blacks that we can't come together and get along? Why we hate one another? You ever asked that question? What's your take on that, if you don't mind me asking? You can step up, bro.
A lot of us be going through stuff, you feel me? And I feel like we have to be together enough. We carry each other down instead of like helping each other out because we want to do some of that shit. But you gotta be built stronger and you gotta be built a certain type of way and not care for people to, help each other out.
All right. I like your answer to it. I'm gonna give you a true reason. Your reason still is valid because it's true what you're saying. It's nothing you're saying. But I'm going to show you how we got to this point. Give me Deuteronomy 28, start at verse 15. Before we read that, do you believe in the Bible? Okay, got you. That's where we're going to start from right there. You believe that Jesus is a white man, or how do you believe that Jesus is? You think you're black? Okay, before I even give me Deuteronomy 1. Revelation 1. Start at 1. Because before I bring this out, I want to bring you a revelation of Yahushua, which is Jesus Christ. So then you will know that since who he is, who this book is written to. All right? Go ahead, give me that. Start at 1. 1:1.
This is Revelations, chapter 1, verse 1.
Revelation is the revealing of Christ. Go ahead.
the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God given unto him to show unto his servants.
So his people. Go ahead.
Things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
Start at verse 13.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to his foot, and girded about the paps with a golden garter.
He had a long robe on, all right? Go ahead.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
All right, so starting from right here, this poster board. You see this poster board? This is what they call Jesus Christ, right? So read that right here. Watch what they say. Watch what the Bible say and look at the image. Watch this.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So let me ask you this. Is his hair white? It's brown, right? So, all right, we gonna see. That looks like a starting of a lie. Let's go to the next one and see if we get another lie out of it.
As white as snow.
So white as snow means he had a gray, woolly hair. Woolly hair is like an afro, where it's puffy, cotton type, plant look type thing. All right, go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So what color eyes does this man have when you look at that boy? He got blue eyes, but the Bible says his eyes is red as fire. That's not red. That's last time I checked, that's blue. Go ahead, bring it out.
And his feet like of the fine brass.
What color is brass? Brass is brown. So guess what? We can say, but he could be East Indian. He could be all these other people. That's what a lot of people think, because he was out in the East. But watch this. Go ahead.
As if they burnt in a furnace.
As what?
As if they burnt in a furnace.
So if you burn that brass, what color it come out? All praises to the Most High, brother. That man is a black man. So guess what? This is a doctrine that the Christian church that promotes that we got to get out of them Christian church. We got to take that Bible and read it in our own selves and let teachers teach so we can know who we are. Instead of saying we're the Gentiles and African Americans, that ain't even no real thing. African American is not a real nationality. All right? Now go back to Deuteronomy 28. Now I'm going to show you who this is talking to. So give me Deuteronomy 1:1. Con. So now this is a letter of a law that was given to the commandments to the Israelites. So we're going to find out. Do you see yourself on this board right here? Con. The brother said he's from the tribe of Judah, a so-called American black. So guess what? The tribe of Judah was in the Bible. So they came, you got to understand how crafty the white man is. They're not going to tell you that African Americans is written in the Bible, because there's no such thing. If you say that the African Americans in his Bible and they give you a story, then guess what? We're going to turn away from their ways and we're going to follow God's ways. Their ways is supposed to keep us lost and oppressed. All right? So go ahead. Now this is who God's talking to. So you are from the tribe of Judah, that's an Israelite. Watch what the Bible says, who this Bible is written to. So if you're an Israelite, what color is you? What color is the Israelites? If you're an Israelite, what color are the Israelites? Black. So if Christ is a black man, then what is he? He's an Israelite. He come also from the tribe of Judah. Come on, let's bring it out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1.
This is who he's writing to. Go ahead.
These be the words which Moses spoke to all Israel.
So these words, that everything in this Bible is written to all Israelites. So guess what? Moses is a black man. Yeah, let's go ahead. Now, give me Deuteronomy 28. So the Bible is written to a black man. Matter of fact, no. Give me Jeremiah 14:2. Let me get that. I'm going to prove to you that this is a black man's book. Because a lot of our people think it's a white man's book. But color do matter. Because if color didn't matter, they wouldn't change the description. You see what I'm saying? So we got to know that this Bible is for us and it's not against us. Guess what? Their laws is against us. This word is teaching us to keep us together, to keep a connection with the Father.
That's right.
Go ahead.
This This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth.
So guess what? You said you from the tribe of Judah. Black people, go ahead.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black.
Hold on, what color is the black? What color is Judah?
They are black.
Hold on, that's a white man. What is it?
They are black.
They are black. That's what the Bible says. This is a black man's book, not a white man's book. You go to the churches, they're going to tell you this is a white man's book. We take this book out of the church and we find the words that they don't read to you, that keep you lost. All right, read that one more time.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
So guess what? We mourn because we are oppressed every day. That's why we can't get along. We can't get right with one another. Go ahead.
They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
So the cry of Jerusalem is our city is being destroyed because we're really from Jerusalem. So we got white people and all these converts in there saying that's their city. Guess what? We're saying that we stay in Detroit. So guess what? Some of our black people say we stay in Chicago. But guess what? That's a city that's been oppressed and changed over to another nation. So we're living in those lands that they stole from our people. And now we're paying taxes on a land that was already ours. See what I'm saying? This is all the lies and corruption. Give me 28 now. All right, so now I'm going to give you what happened to us. Start at verse 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
What's going to happen if we don't keep the commandments of God?
All these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
One more time.
All these curses.
So guess what? If you don't keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments that Moses gave to our forefathers back then, God gonna do what?
All these curses.
He's gonna put curses upon us, right? So now we're gonna show the first curse. Show me the first curse and see if this is related to a black man. Go ahead.
It shall come.
16.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So when you hear curses in the city, what do you think about curse in the city of a black man? Look around us. Trash everywhere, gun violence, can't get along. We barely even got schools in our community. You see what I'm saying? They took the schools out and having us go out there to their schools so we can make money off of us, so we can play sports out there so they can make money. You see what I'm saying? That's a cursed thing. We don't even have a real community. We're broken. We're fallen. That's a cursed thing that the Most High put upon us because we didn't want to keep the commandments. So when they say, was slavery an option for the black man? Did we choose to be in slavery? Yes. We chose to be in it because the Bible said that we promised to keep the commandments. And God said, if you don't keep these commandments, I'm going to put curses on you.
That's right.
That's a choice that we made. All right? Come on. Not the white man. He gonna get his, but it's our fault. It starts with us. Once we agree to know that we did wrong against God, now we can look at the white man and say, you can't break us down anymore. We know who we are now. You ain't not an African American. We're not niggas. We're not Negroes. We don't hate one another. The Bible teaches us to love one another. That's when the Bible says, love thy enemy. He's talking about you, me, the brothers and sisters around us, because our own people could be enemies. Breaking in each other home. It's not talking about the other nations. That's what they taught in their church, to make us calm down and don't go against them, so they can have peace and we can rebel against one another. We got to know what the context of the Bible is. If Christ is a black man, if God is a black man, then the book is written for black men and black women.
That's right.
As simple as that. All right. Go ahead. Read that again.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed thou shalt be in the field.
So in the field, this is why we go out there and go to work and get paid less. You know what I'm saying? They take your taxes. We can always say that, oh, everybody get that done. But guess what? We were the first rulers of the earth. So why are you still stealing from us? You see what I'm saying? We were the first water supply givers. We were the one who had our own markets. We had Black Wall Street. We had our own community. They destroyed everything that we had. And they're destroying us right now through TikTok, through social media. They're destroying our brains. If you know that in these TikTok and these social media services, we the only one got the ratchets. You go into a Chinese one, they talking about how to work in business and how to build up. We go about righteousness. So we entertained by wickedness. We don't even know what righteousness is. We think being good is lame. We take bad as a good thing and good as a bad thing. That's how opposite we think. That's how they destroyed our brains. All right? Give me verse 54. We're gonna skip right down to there. Because you said why we can't even come together. But remember, God said if we didn't keep the commandments, this was gonna happen to us as a people. Go ahead.
This is Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
Oh, say that again.
So that the man that is tender among you is very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
So that means you're gonna have hatred towards your own brother, black on black crime. This is why we can't get along, because we didn't keep the commandments. Keep going with some more.
And towards his wife of his bosom.
Say that again.
And towards his wife of his bosom.
That's why we got baby mamas out here. We don't want to be married, so we're gonna disrespect them and just have sex with them, get them pregnant, and deuce out. We ain't taking care. A lot of us ain't taking care of these kids. We just, is your father in your life? See, read that again. That's a curse. Let's go ahead.
And towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, with which he shall leave.
So guess what? It's a high number that our fathers leave us. And that's what they do. We lay down with the woman, and whatever the case may be. Maybe the man wanted, maybe your father or anybody else's father that wasn't in their life. They maybe wanted to be there at that time. But when you got a woman that may not connect with them, they may not get along, he's going to do something, and he's going to start doing his own thing to the point where he gets so distracted that he forget to come back to his son or his daughter. That things happen like that. All right, but guess what? The men do this, but let's see why. Let's talk about the women too. The women don't get a pass. Go ahead.
The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her feet upon the ground.
So that's why you got bad mouth women. Black women can't shut their mouth a lot of times. Always got something to say. Because God said that they don't even want to follow a man. That's why they say, I don't even need a man. You need a man for everything. You need a man. Who built the house? A woman didn't build a house. A man built your house. Who painted your walls? A man did that. Who changed your light bulbs? A man did that. Come on, these black women are breaking us down, and guess what? We accepting it. Because we start playing games with them instead of correcting them. We're supposed to correct them with the laws of God, because we are the men. That's right. The men is supposed to be accountable for the women, the children, and everything. And even your own people. It starts with us as men, but guess what? We allow these women to say, I want to be ruler over you. And because men become weak, they broke us down during slavery, through doctrines that we see today. Men is afraid to speak to their wife and put them in correction. Because the fact that you're afraid that she gonna turn on you. Don't speak your mouth, you a man. God said, cry aloud, blow your voice like a trumpet. Put things in order. Put things in order. As a black man, that's what we're supposed to do. Because guess what? We'll put our children in order if we ain't raising them right. But we got to also put the woman in order too. Even if a woman don't like it, she got to follow order. You come from a man. Go ahead.
For delicateness and tenderness of her eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter.
So the black woman gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad at the evil to their husbands, their boyfriends, whatever it is. They're gonna, why you didn't come home and spend time with me? Well, y'all seen you go out there and work all day, and then you come home all tired. I've been here waiting on you to get here so I can argue with you. I've been waiting on you so I can make you mad, even though you've been oppressed. I've been waiting for all this animosity in my mind, because I couldn't wait for you to get here, and then you don't want to talk. Absolutely.
I try to shape the women that's in my life, because I don't go for certain stuff. If you listen to me, if they don't, you gotta go, because I'm not doing none of that. For real. It is sad though. I look at this and it is deep, but nobody want to do nothing about it.
Absolutely. Nobody want to do nothing about it. But guess what? These brothers over here, we want to do something about it. We want to do something about it. We want to change the narrative. All right? So let me ask you, I'm going to give you another curse. How did we get over here? How did we get over here in certain lands? Some of them was already here, and some got pulled over here too. So how did we get over here? On what? On ships. Let's see if that's written in the Bible. Give me verse, you already know.
And the Lord is...
Hold on 1 second. The brother, if nobody's paying attention, whoever, or it don't matter. The brother said that they brought us over here on slave ships. Let's see what the Bible says. Let's see if this is a black man book or a white man book. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
That word Egypt is a synonymous of slavery. That's all it is. Go ahead.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Where the black man gonna come from?
With ships. By the way thereof. I speak unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold.
You gonna be what?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
To your friends.
Unto your enemies.
The white man is your homeboy.
Unto your enemies.
We know who sold us on a slave ship. Say it again.
Unto your enemies. For bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave men and slave women.
And no man shall buy you.
And that's why we still in slavery right now. Ain't nobody saved us out of here right now. So until then, you gotta catch the bus, bro. Hey, you an Israelite, brother. You believe you an Israelite now, brother? All praise to the Father. All praises. Come. We will. Hey, look on that letter. Look on that paper. You can contact us on that paper, brother. Come. Be safe, man. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments, brother. All praises. Man, that was a mighty thing for that young man, man. We need mighty rulers to raise up because we got to get them out the streets with gun violence. We got to get them out of there. I mean, I ain't got to speak no more. I spoke enough. Is any brother else got to step in? Are we wrapping it up? Okay, gotcha. Give me that Matthew 26. That's what Matthew 26, right? Give me Matthew 26. Because the Most High gave us an ordinance also to always remember this from day in, day out. Start it right here.
This is the book of Matthew 26 verse 6. Now where Jesus was in Bethlehem in the house of Simon the leper, there come unto him a woman having alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head, and he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For the ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. And Jesus understood it, and he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she had wrought a good work upon me. For ye have a poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she had poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman had done be told for a memorial of her.
So that precious ointment was some valuable ointment, and we're gonna remember this was Yahweh Shai's burial, because right now he's alive and he's well and he's coming to get his people. So as that, we want to say Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam